Sorry, I'm a little minute later. Tech is not my strong point, but here we are in paradise. I have two willing participants, hopefully willing, with me this morning. In fact, sorry, Bailey, I have three. So I have Didier and Vendi, and also Bailey, the resident dog, who may calm and I say disrupt, but give inspiration, because actually my yoga, let's call it a movement, is mostly inspired by animals and plants, because what we've learned, as we've learned about the body, is that we are not machines, we are plants. So we treat our bodies like plants. We need earth, water, sunlight, air and space. Yesterday we worked with the earth element, so we did lots of grounding. So just like we're electrical beings, we need grounding, we need earth in. Today we're going to work with water, and we've got my favourite sea in the absolute world behind me, the Adriatic. So this suits us well for today. We're going to start standing today. Yesterday we sat down for earthing. Today we're going to start standing, and what we're going to do is activate the water in the body. So if we think of ourselves as electrical beings, the water in the body is the conductor. So we need to be fully hydrated, we need the water to flow. Our modern bodies, and we were talking about this before class this morning, our modern bodies tend to get stuck and dehydrated. It's not enough just to drink lots of water, we need to get the fluid activated in the body. And the first movement we've got for doing this is really simple. We take the feet hip width apart, we just make sure the toes are facing comfortably forward. It's okay if they're slightly turned out. We're going to soften the knees, and this is called a soft body bounce. And so all we do, I'm going to completely disrupt the planks here, is we just bounce. Okay, so this active thing, you just let the arms hang and you just go floppy. So the martial artists do this, and in fact today I'm going to invite you we're going to channel Bruce Lee. So you know who Bruce Lee is? And he has this famous saying, which is be like water, my friend. And it's basically, we don't force, we don't push, we flow. And this activates all the water in the body, and it's called a soft body bounce or lymphatic shaking. The great thing is that it just loosens up all your joints without strain as well. So if you think of the body, and science backs this now, the body's like the ocean. It's like the sea. It's got about the same mineral content as the sea, and especially the Adriatic Sea, which has got 84 minerals. So it's the minerals, that sea, that acts as a conductor. And when we're like, you've probably heard of Nikola Tesla, I'm sure, most famous Croatian, Serbian. He believed that if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, vibration and frequency. So when our frequency is high, our electrical current's high, we feel good, we're healthy. When it's low, we feel rubbish. So this activates the water, this mineral water in the body. So just relax, and then we're just going to turn side to side. So in the key with flow, which is my style of movement, also martial artists use it, is that you're not looking, we're not going to like strain to get in any crazy shapes. It's not gymnastics. We're just going to work with the energy in the body. So now we can just calm this bouncing down, but we can just start to let the arms just swing gently. Was that a butterfly around me? I think so. And so we're just flowing. Going back to the martial arts way of moving. we saw Karate Kid and they had that little Diablo. It's like that. So it's the yin and the yang. So we're just activating the fluid that runs up the spine. And then you can start to just soften the knees a little bit more and take the head with you. So if we did have a goal, it's not a shape, it's for us to have complete freedom of movement so that you can see all around you. So we don't strain, and you don't need to go at my pace. The idea is that you find the rhythm of your own body. So the body isn't designed to move in straight lines. Modern life, but also a lot of modern yoga practices are lines. I want you just to consider that the body, like water, moves in arcs, spirals, and waves. So here's my favorite one, is the spiral. Just awakens the spine. So let's just smooth that out now and then just come to a stop. I'm going to invite you just to feel your feet and your connection to the earth. Close the eyes and just sense what's happening in the body. Can you feel inside the body is like a sea? Do you feel everything flowing a little better? Okay, so from here we're just going to start to bend one knee at a time. And we're just going to take the hips gently side to side. So you can take the feet a little further out, and you know, it's absolutely fine to come off the mat. It's good to have socks off as well. Once my feet warm, I take my socks off. And then maybe you can start to just take the feet a little wider. And then we're just smoothing out all the tension in the body. Then we can allow the shoulders to move and the arms to move, and then you really feel like you're flowing like water. We're not forcing, we're just flowing. So the spine moves laterally. And remember, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's how it feels. So try and lose any expectation of what you look like. No one's watching. And just kind of go with, imagine you're on a dance floor and dance like no one's watching. And then we're going to move the arms across the body and through water. I do this literally in the sea. My favorite practice is not to swim, but having the feet earth into the ground to spiral the body to create that idea of being a conductor. And then if you turn towards the sunlight activates it. It's about the best thing you could do for your body. Now let's just start to flow a little lower. Now don't think about straightening the legs. Just imagine that your hands are in sand and just kind of drawing a figure of 8 with the hands. A figure of 8 on its side. And then we can flow up. I wasn't even Bailey, I think. So just keep moving, keep flowing down. Keep flowing. Flowing up and down, just following what feels good. Rather than shapes. Why don't you just come here and show everybody how you move? Because you are the master. The animals are the teachers. Okay, let's keep flowing but coming back. Just standing. Just feeling where you are. We're going to bring the feet a little closer together. And we're just going to start to flow like a wave. So I'm just going to invite you to bring the backs of the hands together. We're going to take an inhale. And then we're going to open up the chest. And as you do this, I'm just going to show you from the side. You just gently press the hips forward as you open the arms out. And then we're going to come down. The tailbone goes out. And then it's like we gather from the floor. The backs of the hands come together. We're going to roll up. We're going to take an inhale and open. And then we soften the knees, we bend, we fold over the legs. We gather with the hands. Then the backs of the hands come together. And then we roll up. So there's this sense of flowing like a wave. The body responds best to continuous movement. Feel the wave. The inhale, we open. We've got this. There's our stretch. That's as far as we need to go. And if we move slowly with breath, we just flow. The front body opens. And then the back body opens. And then we wave. So we feel this sense of, oh my goodness, sometimes when they do my classes, they go, oh, it's such a relief not to have to, I'm not going to come and align you, I'm not going to come and correct you, because as long as you're finding what feels good, and just following the sensation in your body that feels nice, where you can smile, where you can breathe, the body knows exactly how to move to put you back into balance. So let's take one more. When we go down this time, we're just going to soften and fold over the legs. If you're taking care of the back, then keep a really good bend in the knees. We want to hinge from the hips here and just soften and just let the arms go. Just relax the head and the neck. Maybe have a little swing side to side. And then releasing the arms down. We're going to draw the belly in to roll back up to the upright. We're going to take the hands in the air. And this is going to feel a little unusual. So, but the key is there's no rules. We're just going to circle the hips. So like you're hula hooping. But relax the shoulders. And look to the view and smile. When you're smiling, when you move, the whole body kind of smiles with you, it relaxes. When we grimace, we strain, the body tightens. And that's why sometimes you see people are doing yoga for 15 years and their bodies are as tight as they started. The key is just flowing, and then eventually we can make this bigger. Just follow where the arms want to go rather than, needing to follow me. Just making big circles. And you can feel it's like the body's got this like wetsuit. Like it's called the fascial network. And it gets tight, hard, that's where we shrink. And this is the elasticity in the body. And this is why my favourite sports person, Novak Djokovic, you probably know, he moves better than any other probably sports person, because he understands this fascial network, and that's why he's still playing for a long time. So let's come to a stop. Let's hold the arms up. We'll drop the shoulders. We're in Croatia. We're in Dalmatia. We're on the island of Hvar. Let's circle now the hips in the other direction. I forgot which way I was going. Well, just go the other direction to you were going. Now notice, the body's a spiral. It starts small and then it gets bigger. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. And the best place to do any practice like this is outdoors. Connecting with, because this is the most healthy external terrain you can have. We talked about that yesterday in the class. So it's linking your internal state to the external. And treat the body like a plant, which it is. How's that feeling? Nice. Once you get over this idea of, oh my god, I look silly, and it can feel really nice, let's drop the arms down by the sides and just shrug the shoulders a little. Let's roll them back a few times as well. It's the most common thing with our modern bodies that. Okay. So, let's get moving a little bit more. Hands to the hips. Now we're nice and warm. So this is a really simple one. I'm going to show you from the side. So what you're going to do is start with maybe your right leg, and you're just going to slide it back behind you and then bring it back in. So you're just dragging the foot back, and then we're bringing it in. Now, this is great for stabilizing us. It's a very natural movement. It's going to help you walk better. And now you've mastered that, we can add the arm in. So we're going to take the other arm, the same arm forward, same arm, this leg moving. Maybe they lift and they come back. After this last one, we're going to lift and hold, look forwards, and then we're going to drop the front arm as you bring that knee around in front. Now with your other arm, you're going to take it and wrap it around the leg. Yeah. And then just going to turn and look behind you. Everything's balancing, so make sure you're not holding the breath. And then we can just link those two together. We're going to go forwards. And then we're going to send it across. You can bend this front leg if you feel more stable. And we just link one movement into the next. Nothing forced. Okay, let's come to a standing position again. And we're going to take the other leg. So we're just going to start with the hands to the hips, just slide the leg back and bring it in. So this is one of these movements. It seems like nothing, but what it does is it restores your natural function. There's no point in trying to, stand on your head and, wrap up in a pretzel while you're doing a handstand if you haven't got natural function. We start from here. The opposite arm, no, sorry, not the opposite arm, the same arm extends forwards and backwards. The same time, and what this does, it just activates this line in the body here. Maybe we've got a lift, maybe it's a slight lean. All you need to think of is it's like stretching the elastic band from both ends. I reach away with this foot and I reach away with that arm. There we've got the stretch while we're stabilizing. After this last one, let's hold there. Balance. Now to balance, keep looking forward, look at the sea. If you're lucky enough to be looking at the sea. You've got the sea behind me, so it's still there. And then bring that leg in front. The other arm wraps around. We'll look over the shoulder. So let's link these two together. We go forwards. And then we've got movement. So what we're doing is activating this spiral line. I'll show you a lot of the pathways in the body. Give the legs a little shake out. Okay, so we're going to lead on from that. So if you stand on this leg, for you guys it's your right leg, if you're watching it might be your left leg. So I'm going to slide that leg back. And we're going to lift the same arm. And then just swap it. Oh, yeah, you do. You both mirror me. Yeah, that's it. And then we're going to step this leg back. And we're going to ground the foot. And then we're going to take the arm over the head. And then we're going to sink down. Here's where we've got like our martial arts steps. So we're going to stick the bottom out and it's pushing away with this hand. And then the upper arm pushing away. And then we open the chest. And then we've got this pressing and opening action. When we work with the fascia, you know, if you were just to like stay there and hold, you're probably not going to go much further until you've been here for like 5 minutes. So instead, you imagine you're kneading bread. We're going to go press and press. I'm just going to show you from the side. So you've got your bottom sticking out. Imagine you're on a surfboard. Yeah, and then you can even take the legs a little further apart if you've got more like length and reach. Yeah, so it's a back leg bending, and then it's like you're chewing gum. And notice you go a little deeper until maybe we can imagine that we're surfing. Yeah? So you're on a surfboard, but we don't hold steady because that's not surfing. The waves come and they send us around like all over the place. So just imagine you're on a surfboard and you're actually moving around. So we want to be able to flow with changes rather than, oh, I'm really good at that, but here comes a wave, up, fall over. You want to be, the body wants to be adaptable. Maybe you want to bend this front leg and then just explore all the space around you. And I know this is unusual, where you're moving, but actually it's not. We're not designed to just hold positions. Oh, look, that looks great for Instagram. No. What the body needs to be able to do is to see all around. Like you're on a surfboard, you want to be able to, or when you're windsurfing, you know, you need to be able to see everything around you. Where's the boat coming from? Where's the wind now? And then just feeling, allowing it all to take you. Okay. And then from here, we can sink down to your lowest point. And then we're going to transfer the weight into that front leg. We're going to bring that back leg in. Take a big yawn. Release the arms, and then we're going to take that left leg back. We're going to plant the foot. Now we bend the back leg, so we transfer the weight onto that back leg, and then we've got that kind of surf position. So we're going to start with just chewing the gum, just sinking, kneading the bread of the body. I didn't even plan to surf today in this class, it just popped into my head. That's going with the flow. I left my class plan up in the apartment, and I was like, well, I'm obviously not meant to have it. But surfing's a great example of like how we work with flow. Surfing wouldn't work if you were to train to surf and you would just like train in this held position. When a wave comes along, you've got no strength there to adapt. You've got no strength there. So how do we train for surfing? We imagine the wave coming and you almost want to like throw yourself off balance. And that's life, isn't it? You know, you come out of balance and then you have to adapt. And what's great is the body just thinks you're playing. And that's where it's really smart, is that when we play, it's why animals are so good at movement and humans are so stuck. Animals just play. So let's go down to our deepest point. We're now riding the wave. Great, and then let's transfer the wave onto the front leg. The arms come up. We've got a big yawning breath here. And then release the arms down. Just separate the feet out slightly if they're not already. And then let's just spiral a little. Just see what your body wants as a movement. It might be like a swaying side to side. It might be you need more spiral in the upper back. Maybe you can just close your eyes and sense how your body wants to bring you back into a state of balance, to get rid of stiffness, so it can move freely and just flow for the rest of the day. And then just coming to a steady position. Just grounding through the feet. Let the arms hang, let the shoulders go. Lift the heart up to the sunshine. Feel where you are right now. Feel the breath and the energy in the body. And here we are. Right here. Right now. Let's just seal the practice. Breathing in all the light and energy that's available in the world around us. And breathing out, bringing it down into your heart. And from my heart to yours. Dobre jutro, good morning, have a lovely day. Hope you enjoyed class. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you've been watching live, yeah, we have. People watching, and see you tomorrow.